Welcome everyone to our YouTube channel Decode ITES. Decode ITES provides you single learning platform for multiple IT technologies. My name is Rohit Garg and I am having 13 years of experience as database administrator, database developer and trainer. You can also follow us on my personal blog MS SQL Fun. SQL Server 2019 installation. This is next lesson in our SQL Server learning series. In last chapter, we had downloaded SQL Server Enterprise Evaluation setup file. Now we will use the same setup file for the installation. Let's move to server. So this is the setup file that we had downloaded in last lesson. We need to use this exe for the installation. Always ensure to run this as an administrator. This is installation center where you can find multiple installation options. This is the planning page where you can find hardware and software requirement, system configuration check, and other details. This is installation page where you get the option to install a standalone instance, install reporting services, install SQL Server Management Studio, install SQL Server data tools, and there are multiple other options like upgrade it from previous versions. Maintenance. In maintenance, you got an option of addition upgrade, like if you want to upgrade your enterprise evolution to a permanent enterprise license, you can use this feature or use this option. You can repair it in case your binaries got corrupted. You can use this option to get it repaired. In tools page, you can get system configuration check option, install SQL feature, discovery report. We will use this at the end of the installation. And there are multiple other options that you can explore. So we will use new SQL Server standalone installation option here. You just need to click it and it will call the setup file. We have three options in the same setup file: evaluation, developer, or express. That means you can use this setup only for any of the three edition you want to install, but we will install the evaluation edition. So this. Next is license terms. You need to accept the license, end user license agreement, global rules. So it automatically moved to the next slide, but we like to see what rules it checked. It checked that setup administrator, you have the admin privileges, setup account privileges, your computer requires any restart before installation, WMI services are running or not, some registry checks, long path name to the file on SQL Server installation media. There are a list of checks that SQL Server setup performs and moves you to the next slide. Microsoft Update. This slide gives you an option or leverage you to select and install all latest SQL Server patches, CUs, and service packs along with the installation. You need not to upgrade your SQL Server instance to latest version after the installation. It will do it during the installation only. But for this, your server or your system need to have an internet connectivity. Most of the times, our production servers will not have internet connectivity, so we will not use this option, or we can't use this option at our servers. So we are leaving this option and moving next. We said SQL Server setup could not search for update through window update service. You can either check again or click next to continue. So this is again, as my system is not having internet connectivity right now, or maybe some other configuration issues at your server, it will not try to find what all latest patches are available to install. So you can ignore this and move ahead because we will install SPs and CUs by ourselves as and when required. It's installing the setup file, basic setup file, which will further install your SQL Server instance. It will not take much time. So our installation file is completed and this is the result. Consistency check is okay, domain controller is okay, Windows Firewall is warning, you can ignore it. SQL 2019 minimum CTP for upgrade and side-by-side support. So it's also passed. Moving to next slide. Now, this is the actual window where you need to decide what all features you want to install. I will go with select all because we will be using multiple components and features in our later lessons, and this is instance root directory where your initial files or binary files will be installed. It is a directory where your share feature will be installed, and this is the directory again your shared feature with 86 32-bit one will be installed. So moving to next slide, it will check some features rule and will move you to instance configuration. So let's see what rules it has checked. Let's move what all rules it has checked. It's analysis service and addition check, polybase check. So we are good to go. Now, instance configuration. At this page, you need to decide whether you need a default instance or a named instance. If you choose a named instance, you need to select this and you can enter an instance name that you want. Else, you can have a default instance and this will be your instance ID. I will go with the name instance. Code ITES test. So this will be your directory where your SQL Server will install, and this will be the directory where your analysis services will be installed. Polybase configuration, we will go with the standard configuration to be installed. Install JRE 11.0. So this all services will be installed, and we are not changing anything here. Grant perform volume maintenance task to SQL Server database engine service. We will grant this task. This is the task which decide how your SQL Server will create files, whether it will create a file in zeroing fashion or in a single chunk. This is very much required when we consider database performance. For test machine, we can ignore it, but when you are working on actual environment or in a test production environment, this option should be checked. How we can control this option and what will be the benefit of enabling it, we will be discussing it in later lessons. Collision is the one which will decide how SQL Server will treat the text. So like this is a latent one general collision with CP1 CI. CI is case insensitive. CI, case insensitive. That means capital A and small a will be treated equally. AS, ascending. It means all data will be sorted in ascending order by default. Database engine configuration. So here you need to do a multiple configuration. So one is Windows authentication or mixed mode. This is the authentication mode, how you will connect to your SQL Server. So we have two authentication modes and two authentication types available in SQL Server. One is Windows authentication mode and another is mixed mode. In mixed mode, Windows authentication mode and SQL Server authentication mode is available. We will go with mixed authentication. Provide a strong password. This password will be used to log in using a SA account. Now, other than SA account, if you want any other user to be a part of sysadmin role, then you can add from here. I will add the current user as a part of sysadmin. Data directory. This is the place where you can decide where your database files will be residing. So you can change it if you want, other than you can continue with the same. Or one more thing, you can change your backup directory as well, where you want your database backups to be happen by default. TempDB configuration. So this is very much required when you consider application performance and database performance. TempDB configuration is very much important from database and application performance. At this page, you can decide how many files your TempDB should have on the basis of your server configuration. So currently it's going to create a 2 files of 8 MB with 64 MB auto growth. You can change the setting up here, and also it's going to create TempDB log file with 8 MB initial size and 64 MB growth pattern. So we are good to go with this. Maxstop. Maxstop is maximum degree of parallelism and very crucial parameter from application point of view. We will keep it as it is. Memory tab, Here we will configure our SQL Server minimum and maximum memory. This is very crucial parameter from database and Windows OS performance point of view. By default, SQL Server can consume this much MB of RAM of your system if required, and this is the very high number which is even not possible to have. So we will go to the recommended tab and change it according to our requirement, and click this checkbox so that when SQL Server installed, it will automatically configure to use 512 MB of RAM. This value is very less in comparison of production environments, but this is my local system, so I am configuring this much of RAM only. So next is file stream. We will enable this option. This is analysis service configuration. So we will add current user as an administrator here. Data directory we will not change. Next one is integration services. So it's good to continue. Distribution relay controller. We will add current user and administrator. Install R services. We have given the acceptance. Consent to install Python. Accepted. So it checks some rules. So we will go and check what all rules. Check that FAT32 file system is okay. Existing cluster or cluster prepared instance. Cross language installation. Same architecture installation. SQL Server analysis. Server mode and edition check. So these are some configuration rules which is successfully passed. So now this is our installation summary, and this is our configuration file which is going to be used by setup file for installation. All configuration parameter that we provide in last previous slides is saved in configuration.ini file. So we will go with installation now. So guys, installation is started. It's going to take some time, so let's wait. So friends, our installation is completed. And all items or features are successfully installed. In next few steps, I will take you to the installation summary and way to connect all these component or services that we installed. So first, this is the summary log. Please remember this is very important for the troubleshooting perspective in case you face any issue or error during the installation. So it contains everything. What's your machine name, what's the OS name, language, processor architecture, version, what's the service account you have used, what's the directories, and at the last it will show the status, pass and installed. This is the installation summary, very much helpful at the time of issues. So now we will go to services.msc and we will check for all the services we have installed. This much services got installed: VSS writer, Polybase service, Launchpad service, integration, distributor controller, CEIP service. I personally don't like this because it collects the data in background and send that detail to Microsoft without notifying you. And Microsoft is installing this service without any notification or information to user at the time of installation. So let's go and stop and disable this service because I don't want this service to collect user experience data and send to Microsoft. CIP means Customer Experience Enhancement Program. We have integration CIP as well, so we will disable and stop it as well. In most of the production server I am working on it, I get it disabled permanently. So this is our SQL services and this is our agent service. Now we want to connect it, but we don't have SQL Server Management Studio yet. Now Management Studio is not a part of SQL Server setup. We need to install it separately. So let's move to installation page again, and we have option of installing SQL Server Management Tools here. So let's move to installation page again, and here we have option of installing SQL Server Management Tools. When you click it, it will download the SSMS from Microsoft side and get it installed. I already have a downloaded copy, so let's install it. So it's asking for the location where you want to install it, and just say install. So once our SSMS installation is completed and it's asking for system reboot, let me take system reboot, and after that I will take you to the SSMS and connect our SQL Server instance. So friends, we are back with reboot, and this is Management Studio that we just installed. Let's connect with SQL Server instance. So this is our SQL Server instance, digout its_test, our named instance for SQL Server Learning Series practice. So friends, we complete our SQL Server 2019 installation with all features. We will continue to explore these features in upcoming sessions.
Thanks for watching. Do like, share and comment our videos. Also subscribe to our channel.